Hi, my name's Grace. I'm a fourth year architecture student, and for my project, I decided to explore 3D printing. I chose this topic because I've always been interested in it, and um, I've just never really had the opportunity to try it, so thought it was a good opportunity to gain a basic understanding of this technology. And then also, as I'm headed into my career in the future, our field is really making sustainable thinking and green building design principles a huge priority. Um, and understanding that 3D printing has a large opportunity to contribute to these green principles in design to help nourish our environment is important and something um, that can really grow and develop as time goes on. So, understanding what it is capable of is important to me. Um, for my first case study called Tekla, which is two words combined, technology and clay. It is a 3D printed home in Italy that is made from locally sourced clay. And the 3D printer had two synchronized printer arms that work together to create this form. It's made up of 350 layers of clay that also provides structural support and then also a thermal barrier. Um, the project is nearly zero emission, which involves the study and combination of bioprinciples, vernacular construction practices, and then the use of raw materials. Um, the issue of construction waste was nearly eliminated, and specifically with the structure and the envelope geometry, it was designed to be adapted and modified to work in different climate conditions and raw materials. Um, and that's kind of carried through this project, responding to the need for sustainable homes and the global issue of housing emergencies and the need for more homes more quickly. So, moving on to the second case study, which is a furniture collection. Um, this designer was inspired by unconventional materials created through printers. So he allowed these 3D printers, or what he called them, were imperfect machines um, that directly shaped the identity of the collection and gave a visual language of function and tactility. This chair specifically, called the endless chair, was configured through a robot arm to extrude furniture from recycled plastic, um, which imparted a scalloped pattern that remained intentionally creating light refractions. So this designer was wanting to pursue the question of can plastic be an honest, durable material? And so he was able to experiment with different materials to create an identity through recycled plastics and successfully make usable pieces. This project illustrates efficient and waste-free examples created by a 3D printer, and it exemplifies the capabilities of single process 3D printers that can be modified and tweaked prototype to prototype, and can be made quickly until it is in its desired form. The last case study, it's called East 17th Street Residences, which is a series of four 3D printed homes in Austin, Texas. Um, They utilize lavacrete, a cement-based material, to attempt to help Texas with their extreme weather conditions. A 3D printer was used that made it possible to have these made in 5 to 7 days. And this project utilizes uh, speed to in comparison to like traditional building processes, and also replaces the need for multiple materials and trade. Lavacrete, which is the cement mixture, was used to enhance the building technology through durability and resilience. And this project aimed to create resilient homes to enhance protection from fire, floods, wind, and other serious weather conditions, while also working on accurate and faster construction labor, therefore creating a cost-effective and well-built home. So moving on from this, my thesis was really to like understand the current capabilities of 3D printing and how it can be utilized in many different scales, while also exploring the potential that 3D printing could have in the future in our in ways to nourish our world and contribute to green building principles and green living. So this is just like a quick little inspiration, like process images of my project. So I started with being inspired by this Copenhagen-based company, um, and they have this collection that is inspired by 20th century Cubism, everyday objects. And what this really means is like refined, simple geometric shapes, which was something that I was trying to focus on because I didn't want to make anything like too intricate for my first time because I just wanted to like understand the technology first before like going overboard basically. And so I found the inspiration and then kind of like sketched out options that I could do and then started to make these in Rhino and explore that and making sure that that was good and in the model. And then I headed to the 3D printer makerspace in the makerspace where I was able to learn how to 3D print and like what file I needed and adjusting the size. And this is where I was like able to start to see limits that 3D printers have firsthand. Like there was a size limit, so I was expecting to have my bowl bigger, but turns out it had a size limit, so I had to scale it down. And then also learning that I can implement a support system because the shape of the bowl, there was potential that it could collapse. So implementing a support system through the program that was being used to help not make it collapse. So this video on the left is basically just showing the beginning process of this happening, and uh, in the middle part of this circle is where the support system started and was just built basically in the hole of the bowl so that it wouldn't collapse. And then that was left overnight, and about 7 hours later, I had a bowl. I went back the next morning, and although it was, much tinier than I thought it would be, I was kind of excited just that it didn't collapse and it turned out fine. So then this is just like another picture of my bowl, perfect for my limes, of course. That's basically it. Um, Concluding this, I learned exploring a new technology and being able to see the advantages and disadvantages of 3D printing or like the limits and what it's capable of as well. So that was like seen through both the case studies and um, being able to experience that firsthand while doing the project. And through that, I was able to see capabilities of 3D printing at different scales. So mine was at a very small scale versus like the case studies I was looking at were homes and furniture pieces, like much larger scale, which was cool. And then if I were to like approach this a different way or do another project, this is probably what I would focus more on. I definitely want to spend more time in the model making aspect of it. So exploring patterns and in Grasshopper and what that can look like through 3D printing, what challenges are faced in that way too. So it's probably where I'm headed next, but that's my project.